For 20 years, going on the internet meant doing all the thinking yourself. The browser was just a window. But what just happened here changed that completely. Now, the browser is ChatGPT itself. You can browse, research, automate, summarize, and even work all inside one single space that understands context and has a memory. This right here is the start of a new kind of internet. In this video, I'll show you what Atlas actually is, how it works, and how it changes the way we build and work online. So what makes Atlas different? For the first time, your browser doesn't just remember where you clicked, but it also remembers why you clicked. Atlas introduces three things that change completely how we use the internet: memory, context, and agency. But let's just call agency action for now, because it's easier to understand. Now let's break them down. So let's start with memory. Until now, browser had history. They could show you where you've been, but Atlas replaces that with something new: browser memory. It doesn't just store pages, it remembers what you were doing when you opened them. So you can say things like, hey, remember that automation I was working on last week, can you open that up? And it will know exactly what you mean. It's not called search anymore, it's called recall. This changes everything for people who work online. You no longer lose context between sessions. The browser becomes your second brain. Now let me show you how memory actually works. So this is the interface of Atlas. It's pretty simple. Then right here you can, just as in ChatGPT, you can select the model. We'll use GPT-5. Then you have an account. This is your ChatGPT account. Then up top you have a button that opens the ChatGPT sidebar, so it's like you are in ChatGPT. Then you have an URL bar up top. It's hidden, but if you hover over it, it will show, and you can search right here for the URL. And then you have two options right here in the main window. You can ask ChatGPT something, or you can just type a URL. Now let me show you how simple this memory works. You can tell it something like, hey, I was just editing a doc earlier today in Google Drive. Can you check my history and open that up? Okay, it even tells me when I've opened it, and you can press on it and it will open the document. It will open it into a side view, so you still have ChatGPT with you while navigating on this page. The second shift is that Atlas works anywhere on the web. We used to spend hours copying texts from a website in ChatGPT and the other way around. Whatever tab you're on, ChatGPT already knows the page that you're looking at. You can ask questions, get summaries, generate ideas without ever leaving it. So if you're reading a Notion guide or an API documentation, you can just tell it to give you some example based on that. And it will do it because it has context of the whole page. And that solves one of the biggest problems that ChatGPT ever had. People didn't know how to give it context. Now it takes the context itself. So you don't browse anymore, you interact with the web. Now let me show you how that works. Okay, so let's just go on my YouTube channel. Analytics, and then we're gonna press right here on Ask ChatGPT, and I'm gonna tell it, I'm gonna go to content, which are my best performing videos in the last 28 days. Okay, it's gonna think, right? You see right here that it has the website. Video title, how to build an AI Instagram chatbot. This one had 681 views. It gave me a top of the videos. I also have them here, so it has context on the page. Based on this, can you suggest what type of videos I should create next? Okay, it tells me what's working right now. So it creates categories for my videos. Traffic sources, it tells me that 43% comes from YouTube search. Continue the AI plus N8N plus platform series, and it gives me ideas for my next videos. I didn't give it context, it took the context itself from my YouTube channel. So I didn't have to copy paste anything, it took it itself. This changes everything. So basically, in the past where we got angry with ChatGPT that it didn't give us what we wanted, it's because we didn't know how to ask it and we didn't give enough context. But now it takes it itself. See how crazy that is? Atlas introduces something called agent mode. It means that now ChatGPT can take action, not just give answers. You can literally tell it to buy groceries, fill out a form, send an email, or even work in the app you have opened. Think about that. AI isn't just a chatbot anymore. It's sitting inside your browser, clicking, typing, and automating stuff for you. The difference between ChatGPT and Atlas is like the difference between a map and a car. One tells you where to go, and the other one gets you there. Right now, let me show you how this works. So basically, right now, you can go on any website. Let's go on Twitter, X, how they call it nowadays. Now, let's press on Ask ChatGPT. See, it has context of the page. Then press on the plus button right here, and you'll be able to see agent mode. This works only for paid customers of ChatGPT. And let's tell it, create an X post about how much time automation can save, and post it. Let's go. So we just started, it's initializing the page. See, it has a separate cursor. Okay, drafted the post. Automation can save countless hours by thinking, okay, this post looks great. Now it asks me, would you like me to click post to publish this message? Yes. The user request is simple. I need to make some time to understand what they might say. Okay, so it just clicked on post and it posted on my behalf. It took 23 seconds to draft the post and then another 19 seconds to actually post it. How crazy is that? So, we got memory, we got context, and we got action. I mean agency. That's what makes Atlas more than just a browser. It's the start of a new kind of internet, one that remembers, understands, and acts. And the best part is that you can use these features today. Alright, that's what Atlas does. But here's why it actually matters. Because this isn't just a browser update, it's the moment the internet stops being a tool and starts becoming a partner. For the first time ever, the web remembers, understands, and acts. And that changes everything about how we build and work online. So here are 7 ways Atlas is changing the way we work on the internet. Number 1, the internet becomes personal. Atlas changes the relationship we have with the internet. Until now, the web has been the same for everyone. You'd open a tab, search for something, and start over, every single time. But Atlas remembers your goals, your projects, and your history. That means the web stops being generic. It adapts to you. 2 people can open the same exact page, but Atlas will guide them differently based on what they've done before. It's like your browser understands who you are and helps you where you left off. Number 2, your browser becomes your workspace. You don't just go online anymore, you work inside your browser. It's where your research, writing, ideas, automations finally live in one place. Atlas turns your browser into a real workspace. Not just a place to look things up, but a place to get things done. Okay, now number 3. Your browser can now take action. Your browser doesn't just sit around anymore and wait for you to click something. With agent mode, it can actually do things. You can literally say, book a flight to New York on Monday at 3 p.m. and then you can just leave your desk and go smoke a cigarette outside. Don't smoke, guys, it's bad for you. But that's the point, your browser just became your assistant. You give it intent and it handles the execution. Number 4, and this one is huge. Apps start talking to each other through your browser. Atlas can pull information from one tab and use it in another. That means your email, your Notion, your calendar, they're not separate anymore. They are all connected through your browser. That means Atlas just became the glue between everything you use. Okay, number 5, you gain continuity between moments of work. You know that feeling when your laptop restarts and you don't know where you were yesterday? Atlas fixed that. It still knows what you were researching, building, or fixing. It remembers the flow. So instead of reopening a new session, it feels like you're resuming a conversation. And that changes how you work because you never have to start cold again. Okay, number 6, this one is for freelancers and people who build and work online. Now speed becomes your leverage. ChatGPT used to do this also, but now it's even faster. Atlas compresses the time from idea to draft and to execution. You can research, outline, and publish in one single sitting. And that's how you 10x your output, not by working harder, but by working in a continuous flow. Okay, number 7, and I think the most important shift that's happening right now, you don't need buttons, menus, or forms anymore. I mean, still, it's in the beginning phases, so you're still gonna use them a lot. But now you can just talk to your browser. We used to learn how to use computers, now computers are learning how to understand us. The interface is becoming human-like. So basically, you'll navigate the web through a chat with someone who mimics being a human. So yeah, this isn't about tabs or features, it's about the next phase of the internet. One that remembers you, helps you, and acts with you. If you zoom out a bit, you can already see where this is heading. In a couple of years, we're not gonna be needing to see the interface anymore. We're just gonna tell the browser what to do through an audio call, and it will perform the task for us. We'll all have a Jarvis at our disposal. A personal AI that doesn't just answer, but acts across the entire web. Imagine saying something like, start a new client folder, generate a contract from my template, and email it for signature. Or, I don't know, something simple like, on what did my money go last week? How crazy is that? Right now you can do this stuff with automations, with custom made automations. But imagine everyone having this Jarvis in its pocket at all times. Right now it's still in its early stages, but I can already feel it taking shape. Each new update, each small improvement brings us one step closer to an internet that doesn't just respond, it collaborates. The web won't be something you just look at, it will be something that works for you. This is why I think Atlas might be the biggest shift since the iPhone. It's not just a browser, it's your team of expert employees. If you build things online or want to learn how to do that, this is your moment. Hit subscribe so you can see how I integrate Atlas in all of my use cases and how I start making money with it.